What's going on YouTube? Sorry for the background noise. I have my AC on. It's summertime. I even have my air filter on because my air filter for some reason has a fan mode, and I love it. So I'm over here cooling. The last 2 days I've been looking at my timeline, and this Asian boycott has been a trend. And let's call it what it is. This trend started. Sorry, my words, because every time you see like a lot of tension, that means there's been something boiling up the entire time. Like for a long time, Asians have been feeling this way, and of course not all Asians, because some of them are really aware of where they stand in the system. Even though they are deemed as the model minority, they still understand they are not the upper class. They have been accepted for certain things like manufacturing, um, sciences. They are acceptable in a lot of different areas, but as far as being neck and neck to the top class, which in this case would be the Caucasian class, they know for sure they're not on the same level as them because they don't want to integrate. They want to keep their nationality. And also, the white class will remind them, hey, you're not white, just remember that. Even though you feel like you're better than dark, you're better than Spanish, we will put you in your place. With that being said, Asian people, I mean, from my perspective, look, a lot of people don't want to hear this, and I don't care. A lot of people don't like black people because of, I would say, um, certain black people causes all of it to look bad. So certain behavior in public is an example. Not all black people act this way, but because the media highlights things like twerking, the media highlights people cursing up the storm, fights, just straight up obnoxiousness. That's a reason why a lot of other races don't like the black race. Outside of that, if they have a one-on-one relationship, or if they get to know someone who happens to be calm, cool, collected, they probably wouldn't have that same exact viewpoint. But most people who are from other countries don't have the luxury to grow up around other black people, so they see what they see on the media, and then you'll see a motherfucker that actually matches exactly what they thought of the media, and there you go. The stereotype is born. It's hard to shake. Of course, they'll meet exceptions to the rule. The same way you'll see people who are from other races who are not judgmental. They may be exceptions to the rule, but before then, they are programmed and told, look, these are what black people are, and unfortunately, they may go outside and see the same exact black person they were told of, and miss that in with the inability to say the N word out in public, even though it's in the music. If you're black and if you don't think that other races do not say nigga, I don't know what to tell you. You understand? Hip hop is worldwide, so they might not say it for the you, but they're saying the word because it's in the music. I'm one of those people saying, look, I think we should get rid of the word. I think it's hypocritical that people could, like, I can't walk around on Earth. Actually, no, there is a word I can't say. They refer that to the little hat people. I think Michael Jackson said it, the K word. I'm okay with not saying K, but then again, they don't say K word amongst themselves, so I barely hear it. It's easy for me to not say it, but I can't imagine it's a word I hear every day and I repeat it. My whole damn life is ruined. I can't imagine that. So they have to go through that. They have to go through holding their tongue. So I'm trying to understand the perspective of other people who may not understand um, why there's so much uncomfort when it comes to dealing with black people. In my opinion, one of the factors is they may come across a lot of obnoxious characters in our community. They may come across, also compare that with, people always giving a bad mouth. It just creates a circle. We do that too to each other. So I remember growing up, you say, oh, you Haitians don't wear no socks, you're dirty. If you're Jamaican, you're ugly. You're African, you got Ebola. African booty scratcher. So this is not just a white, Asian, Indian thing. We do that to each other. We can own stereotypes amongst each other. All right, so this is a human thing. This Asian hate thing, I want to see how long it lasts. Now, for me, I think there should be a boycott. I'm gonna tell you why. If we could have a sample size of what would happen if we did boycott us as black people, I believe it would be a great experiment to see how long it can last, how much money they can take away from the businesses, how long will the business stay up, because that's the only way to really gauge what a boycott can really do. Until then, it's not going to happen until, I don't know. The last time that happened was in the 60s, the most major boycott. The bus companies, that was effective in the 60s. To have that kind of, how you say, unison. First of all, there weren't that many black people at the time compared to now. Compared to now, before in the 60s, it's not comparable as far as the number size. So to have everyone on code is going to be an extremely rare occasion. Okay, and also, I would like to see how long it will last to gauge. Okay, if black people were to do X, Y, and Z, how long would it actually last for? How much money will be actually lost? Target with the last one, I'll say a mini boycott. Because black folks still going to Target. They were still going in. Even I went in there by mistake. Like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be a boycott, and I got a sheet. You know, so yeah, let's see what they got to say with this, man. The Asian people, obviously, they have a lot of tension. So it's not their first time feeling this way. They've been feeling this way. They just have an opportunity to say something about it. Now, the guy who's saying, oh yeah, we're going to boycott this, take away that, a lot of the shit you don't even need, so.
So, this Asian man is going viral because he decided to do a rant about black people not wanting Asian businesses in their neighborhoods. 14-year-old boy was just shot for no reason. And the man that did it is Ricky Chow or whatever. There's other footage of him fighting black kids and harassing black kids, and he shot at black people before.
New information about 2 prior incidents where Chow reportedly shot at his customers. The latest one happening in 2018 when Chow shot at a customer that assaulted him. Before that, in 2015, Chow reportedly shot at another.
This is where I don't know how to pick sides. I'm sorry for not being a follower, but obviously this man was in the wrong business. He doesn't like to see disorderly conduct, and he's been experiencing it, so now it bubbled up, and now he just exploding. It's not his first time pulling the gun. To have a business like that, customer service, and depending on what neighborhood you're in, if you're constantly going to be going through harassment from the locals, if you don't have thick skin or some kind of security measures in place, then you shouldn't be doing it. For example, where I live, there used to be a store. Used to have so many drug dealers coming in and out the store. So many drug dealers. They set up shop in the store. You know how you have a store cat? They had a store drug dealer. Just chilling, right? They went through a revision of the store. They literally took out all of the walls and made everything glass. What does that mean? That means that anyone can see inside the store whenever they want. It's not just a hiding spot for local drug dealers anymore. I'm like, that's how you gotta do it. Because if you don't do it, they're gonna try to extort you to set up shop, and all of a sudden now it's their spot. Then they have cops in there. So I'm like, yo, that's what you gotta do. You gotta do certain things like, okay, I'm gonna make sure this whole place is so visible that no one can run chill in here. Even at my expense. Even if I get caught doing something nasty, I ain't wash my hands. That's better than have a whole bunch of drug dealers coming in and set up shop, you know, and extorting me if I call the police. Because the police will come, but they're not going to protect you once they leave, you know. So this man, Rick Chow, obviously he's in the wrong business. And he should never have be a store owner without doing research about the community and doing research about how to handle these things, because you can't physically put your hands on anybody. And if it's your first time, not your first time shooting people, you ask for it. This is good information to know.
Another customer he suspected of stealing. Chow says that customer left the gas station threatening him. Chow then ran behind him and shot at that individual's car 6 times.
So this guy has had a habit of doing this to black people in South Carolina. So we want to boycott this specific store because he killed somebody's son for no reason over a bottle of water. and they're very disrespectful. What we want to do is boycott people who treat us like.
And homie, you had to shoot someone. First of all, in the law, I believe it said if you're running away, you can't shoot someone in the back. But you shot the person in the back. Now they are saying now that if the other side, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to be biased. I don't know. I'm always objective about the truth on both sides. That's what people hate me. They don't know how to just brainwash me and say, believe this and that's it. Don't look at anything else but what we want you to believe. I don't know how to do it. That's probably why I don't have a lot of friends. I'm very straight to the point. I heard he had a gun, allegedly. And when it comes to the case, what's his name? I gotta find his name. I'm gonna see did the gun get recovered in his bag, because apparently he had like a bunch of pictures with him holding the gun with a red eye.
We didn't paint a whole picture and say, all you Asian motherfuckers get out of our neighborhoods. We didn't.
And I'm gonna get to that in a second, what you just said. Because the South Africans, what they're doing versus what we're just be online complaining and asking for justice. But the South Africans actually put a foot to the ground.
Say that, but you made a general picture about us black people, and that lets me know you ain't. You're a bozo. Because you go, oh, we'll take away the liquor. This is what you said.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout.
Yeah, take the Chinese takeout out. That
Take that shit away. That shit nothing but fucking MSG, heart attacks, just a horrible food source.
whack anyway. You serve us bullshit, GMO, all that. We get fat and get diseased off of your dirty food anyway. Because the food that's in the hood is not good for the black people. There is good Chinese food, but the shit you serve is usually trash. All right?
The dry cleaners.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
And a black man
I got an iron board. I got an iron. I got starch. Like, what's up?
invented dry cleaning anyway. We'll be fine with the dry cleaning. We will find another place to get our dry cleaning at.
The laundromats.
We'll be fine with that.
Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well.
Get rid of that shit, please. The liquor store, there's nothing about liquor that's actually healthy. Like, zero. I'm suffering from liquor overdose because I've drunk this for so long to just handle life, and I snapped out of it, but the damage is done. I got fucking weight problems, all of it from alcohol. And I'm talking about myself because I know a lot of people, oh yeah, don't tell you. Look, I gained weight drinking alcohol. What benefit did I get from drinking alcohol other than bad decisions and trying to get in the mood to please a chick? That's it.
We don't need liquor. See, all the things, a lot of stuff you were naming is that has been killing us anyway. So we need to change up our anyway. Liquor. I don't even drink anyway, and a lot of people should stop drinking liquor anyway. So shame on you for that.
Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear.
Get rid of them shits, please. I remember in high school, the pressure to get Jordans dictated how important people saw you in their eyes. I remember when the Jordan with the suitcase came out, motherfuckers felt like they were the president of the United States when they had those damn suitcases. Now, I understand that Jordan and the people who actually own Jordan brand outside of Jordan, they only care about profit. I understand. But it became a damn religion in the hood, Jordans. They got Jordan stores, grown-ass man trading Jordans and like, oh, yo, that shit's fresh, yo. I'm like, yo, is it really that serious? I mean, and let me not judge because I got my own things that I like to do. I like playing video games. People look at me like I'm weird, like a grown-ass man, so I'm not going to judge. But the point is, Jordans, what benefit outside of trying to impress girls, impress other dudes, does that serve the black community? None. It's just a fad that was centered around Jordan himself, and it became a status symbol over time.
The Nikes you wear.
Michael Jordan, he's not Asian. He's a black dude, okay? And I think that he can go somewhere else to get his shoes made, all right?
The shower caps.
Please, get out of here with that.
The Hyundais. All your car
Shower caps, take that shit away. Let black women be fucking natural again.
electricians.
That's Japanese. There's no Japanese in the black neighborhoods anyway. And you said car electronics. Listen, there's certain things, of course, a lot of stuff made in Asia. That's fine. But guess what else? Asians do. Copy black culture. That's what you do. So you should stay the fuck out of black culture too, sir. And then you say,
A lot of us do go to college. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed?
black women have the highest degrees in America. Black.
Okay, this is where I disagree. The study was enrollments, and most cultures outside of Asian cultures, the women earn more degrees than the men. But so when it comes to outpacing men, it's not like they're like all ultra scientists and mathematicians. I mean, sorry, scientists. The top 1%, 10% jobs. It's more like, what's the study? Top degrees. Because if you're talking about degrees, Asian women are up there. They are birthed with the whip. Whoopsh. You're gonna be a scientist. Whoopsh. You're gonna be a doctor. They ain't got no choice. Their whole culture is like that for the most part. Of course, I'm not talking about the exceptions when people don't have any structure. I'm talking when they do have structure. You're not gonna be in these damn Ivy League schools without seeing a ton of Asian men and women. They are the most educated. Okay, when it comes to actually getting degrees that actually fit society and not like social sciences degrees. I have a social science degree. I'm gonna go back to an actual degree or at least a certification where I have actual tangible skills. But to say they're the most educated is not necessarily true. It's a skewed statistic. And if you watch Media Man, and this is not hate. It's not hate at all. It is what it is. It's like, I'll give you an example. Every time I hear about the top degrees, I think about this. The most dangerous cat in the world. Now, you will think lion, tigers, you'll think about that, but it's actually the black-footed cat, okay? Now, as a human, we wouldn't fear a black-footed cat. It's extremely tiny. You'll fear a Bengal tiger, Siberian tiger, jaguar, leopard, snow leopard, cheetah, puma, Eurasian lynx, right? You'll fear all these things because they actually do damage. So to me, it's like almost like saying even though this is the most dangerous cat, yeah, it is the most dangerous cat by a certain statistic and a very skewed viewpoint. But to say that Asian culture is extremely strict, Indian culture is very strict when it comes to education. Okay, because if it was so true, you will see so many people in so many different areas of life. But you see that, like, say tech, right? Let's say the tech world, black people, women and men, make up only 7% in the tech world, right? If you go to a place called Afrotech, right, every once a year, you'll see this ginormous stadium full of black people from all over, right? But just because you see that doesn't mean that there's way more black people than white people. It's a skewed viewpoint if you're there in person. Like, oh my God, this is so many black people. But nah, we're still only 7% of the entire pie. Okay? So, So the most common field is health and medical administrative staff. Okay. A lot of middle management, sociology, computer. Yeah. Again, it's a viewpoint. I could go to Media Man. Media Man will break it down more than I can. But this is not the hate. It's about a general idea that's very skewed. Like Asian people seeing black people as all evil and low caste is a very skewed viewpoint. They're talking about a specific type of black person. And not all black people subscribe to that. There's people like me who never been to jail. I'm very respectful. I'm not on some rah-rah shit unless I have to because I am from the hood. So I know how to switch that button if I need to. Just to match the energy. But I do know also when I'm in public to have a certain decorum. To act a certain way. I don't curse out loud. I don't say the word nigga out loud if I'm not in front of my friends. And even then, I'm still conscious who's around me. If I see kids, I'm not going to curse. Despite that, people may look at me like, oh, this is just a nigga. I understand people look at me a certain way, but I still know how to conduct myself in public. Certain Asians have this idea that all black people are like this. No. And again, the ones who happen to be around black people growing up, they will not have the same kind of mindset. But again, this is how propaganda works. You hear something bad, and then if you happen to see something bad, that stereotype is now solidified. It's solidified. That's what happens a lot. Because the people who are not the most brightest in our society, they tend to be the loudest. they tend to be the loudest, and people can't ignore it. I saw a dude today, black dude was just rapping. I'm talking about like it was in the Brooklyn Promenade, I believe. And you know, me, I'm like, oh, that dude's crazy. But I can only imagine how other people see this dude, a black dude, tall as me, just rapping, cursing in front of kids, and you know, unapologetic. And people are like, what's the big deal? It's not a big deal to me because I'm not him. But for the other black person who may be coming across, it's like, let's say if a white dude raped you, right? Let's say if a white dude raped you, you're gonna grow up their whole life traumatized, right? That's what people happen to be. They happen to be traumatized from a really traumatized situation. But if you see that happen more than once, you hear other people with the same experience, and then all of a sudden you guys bicker back and forth, and then next thing you know, you happen to see another dude who happens to do exactly what you just said. It's gonna make it hard for another black person. So, me acting certain way in public makes me want to do better for the other black person, give them a chance to not get judged. I know I'm going up a hill. My actions today may not ever affect anyone, and they can still hate me, which is true. But I've seen, or I know I've seen, people react to me a certain way, or they thought a certain way, and they learn to not always judge immediately because they see someone who has a certain type of aesthetic. Maybe I'm just rambling right now. Anyway, let's go back.
Black people go to college too, and you had the nerve to say,
Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people.
you know,
Alright, well that part, I feel them on that part because customer service, yeah, I think black people need to go do their own customer service because that's the case. So, let's see what you guys say.
how many black people try to get loans, try to get money for businesses, and banks are so racist they don't give it to black people? You jack. And by the way, the reason why you guys have the right to come into black neighborhoods to open stores is because white folks didn't want you in their neighborhoods, so they sent you to the black community, and you said,
We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money?
Chinatown was a ghetto where they put Chinese people in a certain area. Of course, you guys worked hard and built it up. That's facts. But it was a ghetto because they didn't like you. They had anti-Chinese laws against you. They did. White folks shit on Chinese people, Asian people in general. Japanese in internment camps, they shit on Koreans. So all of this shit you talk,
You spitting.
you better know your history, buddy. So the reason why your is even in here to open your mouth on that phone is because of the Civil Rights Bill in
What are you cooking?
1964. Did you know that? Off of black American sweat is the reason why Asians can come in here and do what they do. Arabs can come in here and do what they do. Even Africans can come here and do what they do because of black American hard work and sweat that they are disrespected for, sir. So your little...
Again, you speaking big facts. If it wasn't for African Americans, or they would say FBA, or they would say black Americans in general, they are the reason why a lot of immigrants are here. Even for me, my parents are from the Caribbean. Even though I was born and raised here my whole life, black Americans are the reason why a lot of people are here, because they fronted the force of outright racism, outright segregation, and they got a bill passed called the Civil Rights Bill. So, with that being said, yes, Asians do need to understand what's going on, but at the same time, like I said, I don't know how to be a pure hater. Again, a lot of Asian people have a lot of bad experience with black folks, okay? It is what it is. You don't want to hear it. I know you're going to say, well, I remember one Asian dude cursed at me. A lot of them don't feel that way about black people until they experience, I mean, for what I've seen, so let me not say that. Put it like this, if they had a good experience, they love black people. If they don't, they're not going to like black people. Simple as that, all right? And of course, the worst of us are the most loud and obnoxious. A lot of them do, I've seen a lot of dudes pick on Asian kids because they're smaller, shorter, they can defend themselves. I've seen them with my own eyes because they feel it's an easy target. So a lot of resentment is being held in the Asian community toward black people. Not all. Sorry, guys. So understand this. A lot of this happens for a reason. There's no reason. It's like the same thing with South Africans. People really think they woke up one day and say, "Get out of our country, all the immigrants," without understanding there's a build up to that point. No one gets up and just say what they say unless it was really just sat on for a very long time, and then even if it comes out in an ugly way, this is how they feel. So you'd rather try to shame them, because shaming them ain't gonna work. You'll silence them, but there will be the resistance eventually. Look at Chuck the Builder. People feel disgruntled they can't say the N-word, so he's saying it now, right? With Asian Americans, again, the way he's coming out is like, yeah, he ain't the only one who feels this way. When that cop shot the black dude in a big pink houses in Brooklyn, I was shocked to see how many Asian people came out in support of the cop. Not because I don't think they should support their people, it's like they came out heavy. Like, the undertone of them coming out was like, we don't like them N-words. F them. We save our own. We don't want him to go to jail over an N-word. He's an animal anyway. That's literally the undertone of that shit. That was the undertone of that whole case. Can't remember the name of it. So that showed me that there's a lot of animosity toward black people in Asia. This is the first time I've seen that really. I'm like, oh my gosh, they really don't like it. And again, me put myself in their shoes, the same I do with the South Africans. It's like, yeah, they don't like us because there's a lot of obnoxious characters in our community who go unchecked because of fear of retaliation, and they literally pick on Asian people, or they're very just rude and disgusted. You know, it's just a lot to endure. So they look at us like, oh, we're just money. But that's it. We're still animals. The same way other communities look at black people too. So it's not just Asians. They just saw a result of the hate, but there's a whole mountain of it.
Rant was bullshit. It was a circus of word salad and because you don't know your goddamn history because you're a racist piece of shit. While we're talking about specifically boycotting one particular man because he has had a record of shit on black people. He doesn't give a fuck about black people and has the nerve to want black people's money. So yeah, we will boycott a lot of it, and we will affect your. So you challenge it, and by the way, I actually give you credit because you were factual on black people still coming to your stores. Because we have been dependent on you. You were actually factual. That's why you had the bravery to open your mouth like that, because we have emboldened you to talk like that to us, because we have so much self-hate in ourselves that we will actually be disrespected and still come in to buy your poisonous weaves that are killing black women and giving them brain tumors. We will come in and get your liquor and all your cigarettes and all that bullshit while you still disrespect us. And this is not saying that every Asian business is like that. It's not that. You painted us in a broad picture. But the funny thing is we don't even think like that. We take people one by one, each business by each business.
We generalize sometimes too, but it's okay.
You painted us as a whole, and you said racist about us because that's how you really feel about us, buddy. But I'm glad you challenged us because you went for a big mother surprise, bro. We're different. You with the wrong black folks, for real. Now take that to the bank.
All right. So what's gonna happen? Yeah, see? So let's see how long this boycott lasts for. I want it to happen. I want it to happen. I want to see as the sample size, and not for the people who are struggling in their business already. Not for them. The people who let's just start with Chinese food, and these people are hardworking too. Now we understand that a lot of them do like illegal activity, and a lot of them do money laundering. So it's not all innocent. You might be a little cute little Asian lady, but they're doing like a lot of illegal shit. Some of them got the triads. Some of them just do a lot of drug dealing, gun smuggling, because they don't have the same sight that us black people have. They're the model minority, so they're able to use us as a scapegoat. So look at them while they're doing their own shit. Asian people may not have a lot of bad reputation in America for like being violent, but they still are involved with drugs and guns. Trust me. Okay? They hustle too. They take advantage of the system too. Like I heard someone say, you'll see an Asian person on food stamps or some kind of government program, and they will buy the food from a grocery store and then sell it in the Chinese food store. So basically, they are making money off of free. They're making money off of free inventory. That makes any sense. So imagine someone's on food stamps, right? An Asian person on food stamps, and that fried chicken you get, that rice you're getting, you think it's imported from China? No, they get it from the same grocery market you're getting it from. They use their own spices, and they get it for free. That's the hustle. That's a good hustle because America is the home of scammers. I'll tell you that much. America loves them some scammers. The most again 10 years. But yeah. Let's see how long this boycott lasts. I actually don't want to say I want it to be a sample size. See how long it will last.